Yo, YouTube, hello. This is my first video on the channel. Very excited to be making this. It's gonna be my dribble guide video. It's probably why you clicked on the title there that I decided to make. But today I'm gonna be going over a lot of tech that I use, how I use it, settings, all that good stuff in one video. First off, starting with my camera speed. I do play max camera speed and camera speed boost, both at 2. It makes making a lot of passes and dribble tech a lot easier. And then my camera aim speed are both 1.5. It makes it a little bit easier to control while you're actually shooting compared to just dribbling around and looking around the map. I'll go through my videos. You can see a little bit of everything, lowest settings possible in video. Audio, I play with some customized volumes just to make people not too loud. And controls, I play no vibration, of course. If you play vibration, you're weird. Sorry to my teammates, mainly pandas. But I play with push ball. I rebound push ball from X to right bumper. It's a lot more comfortable. You don't have to play claw. And then in turn, that means my modifier goes to X. I play dribble stance and defensive stance, both of those having also on right bumper. So it's like you basically just swap the keybinds. It makes it a lot easier to play the game and do so. All right, we are going to be starting with the Ippy slide, of course, our favorite mechanic in the game. It's quite literally a push ball and a sprint in the opposite direction. So if you are pushing ball forwards, you are going to be instantly pressing and holding sprint and pulling the other direction until the ball is scooped up. You can't do it from back to front anymore. They did nerf that in the most recent patch, but you can do it off a pull back and a push forward. And sometimes, if well timed, they double push defensive shuffle forwards and push ball. But as you can see, you cannot push ball and pull left or right anymore. You must pull in the opposite direction to where you push ball. That is the only way to pull it off consistently now. And next up in our little dribbling arsenal we have is the forward swipe push ball. Quite possibly the most useful dribble mechanic in the entire game for any player. You're going to do a forward shuffle in defensive stance with the ball, just one forward shuffle. And right after you forward shuffle, you're going to push ball and cancel the forward shuffle. You're going to let go of defensive stance right after the first shuffle forwards and then push ball. Make sure you're sprinting the entire time. It's going to let you catch up to the ball, as you can see here. This mechanic is kind of crazy with full stam, but the fact that it also works with little to no stam as well is why it's so good. You can, cut left and right with your defensive shuffles. You can bait players out by faking left, cutting right, shooting across the field. There's a lot of things you can do with it. One of my favorite things to do is the backwards defensive shuffle. And then you're going to flick your camera, do the next defensive shuffle, which is going to result in the maradana, and then you're instantly going to cancel it with a push ball. It's going to give you this really fast 180 animation that is very difficult to read. There's not a lot of counterplay from what I've seen, and I don't see a lot of people using it, so that's some hidden juice tech I got for y'all. Next up, we got the push cut. This one, you are looking for that little yellow light on the ball or the thud sound. When you make contact, you're going to be holding forward pretty much the entire time throughout this, and you're going to be push balling when you get that yellow light. So I touch it, push ball, touch it, push ball. And then what I'm going to add in, as you can see, is I'm flicking my camera at the same time I'm doing the push ball. I'm making contact with it. I see yellow light, push ball, and flick camera in any direction. It has to be ideally 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right, 180 degrees backwards, as you can see. And it results in a very easy animation, but it's very difficult to get used to the timing of it. You want to be letting go of sprint when you make contact with the ball. As you see, you sprint into it and then let go of sprint after making contact. So the same timing of the push ball. You're going to combo these together. And if you do so correctly, you can get these 180 push cuts, resulting in some pretty unprecedented turns. But when you do 180 degrees, when you do a full push cut and a direction swap, you can actually Ippy slide off that pole. You do a full 180, and you can pull backwards and just Ippy slide every single time. It's quite broken. We do have Vexus, the Vexus dash of diagonally dashing in front of the ball into the ball, causing a pole ball animation. We can also push cut off of this animation, as you can see there. It is a very, very quick animation, and I actually don't recommend doing the Vexus dash in actual games because you need very low ping to make this work. I play like 40 ping on central servers, does not work. But it is a dribble option, and a very good one at that if you can get good at it. Next up, we do have one of my favorite new mechanics I've seen is the fifth cut. This mechanic is a forward swipe push ball, or realistically you can do it from anywhere, but the easiest to set this up and practice is a forward swipe push ball into defensive stance in the other direction, the direction you ideally want to go. If you're canceling it too early in defensive stance too early, it's going to look like that. You're going to get no animation on it. And if you're not doing it at all, you're just going to run into the ball and it's going to cancel your defensive stance altogether. The fifth cut is something you can combo together. It works really well with a push cut after doing so. As you can see, a short push cut there. I failed it again. The timing's a bit tight, something I'm personally getting better at, but there's a 180 fifth cut with a push cut. It can look pretty crazy and drastic, especially from the dribbler's POV, but from defenders, it's also just as crazy. This combo to do with the fifth cut is going to be the fifth cut into extra effort and to another fifth cut. Now, the reason why this is so strong is the zigzag formation that you can actually do with it. So fifth cut, extra effort into another fifth cut lets you cut across very quickly. And don't worry, that's not your Discord, that is mine. I made you look. Oh man, I am excited to show y'all this one. We nicknamed this one after our boy Flick Fillet originally goes by, but he went by Dado for a little bit. He loves this shot, this little play in the box, but it is two defensive shuffles, left to right, right to left, with a pass shot in between, causing your character to do this like glide motion. As you can see, I like keep moving with the ball, so it's very difficult to defend. But if you do let go of your defensive shuffle while you are doing this, you're going to get this weird cutoff animation where either you're going to lunge forward or you're going to get a very weak ball, as you can see there. But if you hold defensive stance the entire time, you're going to get this slide animation where you're basically like ice skating across the floor. A very good move you can do, it's super easy to do, is you are basically, as you can see here, you are spamming defensive stance and sprint, or you can just hold sprint and then tap defensive stance. They both do a very similar thing, with the latter being a little bit easier to consistently pull off without wasting your extra effort. But you can practically bait people into making bad decisions by pushing you, and then you can push ball, forward swipe push ball right by them. As you can see, a little back touch, push cut off of that. Gets a lot of very fast animations. Next up, we got the golden boost to self shot, pass to a teammate, whatever you want to make of this one. But you are extra efforting forwards, instantly pulling backwards just like an Ippy slide. And it's going to give you this really quick extra effort motion, and then you can just pass command right after doing that shot command, whatever you so please. The original golden boost, which is you're pushing the ball forwards, extra efforting and 180ing, and then trying to do an interact off of that is a lot harder, but it is still possible. For me, it's the most comfortable after a push ball, as you can see right here. Get the pass off afterwards, find your man, whoever's far post, close post, wherever they may be. I will say it is very difficult to get off consistently, but it is very impactful, just like in the other patches. Nothing has changed there. If you find yourself in this spot, you can go off the wall here, top of the box, find your teammate. Teammate has a free shot on net, ideally, you know, a volley shot, top corner, left side, right side, whatever side's their weak side. You want your shooter to find that spot, because you're going to score a lot more goals that way, get a lot more mercy rolls. Just keep finding your teammates, keep dribbling and creating space. And when you create that space, your teammates should be running into the space that you are creating by doing so. And then all you gotta do is just don't be an egoist. Get the ball off your feet. But, you know, if you want to be an egoist, another shot you can pull off. Some defensive shuffle flick shots. This is only possible, I believe, on controller. I don't think you can do this on keyboard and mouse yet. But it is basically flicking your stick. This is why we play high sensitivity. You're flicking your stick left to right or right to left. Right as you start the shooting motion, because it locks your character in the swing. As you can see here, I can completely turn left and get a shot on net. But combining all this together, little fifth cut. Little fifth cut, push cut, flick shot. It's, when you chain everything together, it is very, very deadly. But I want to thank y'all for watching my video. Appreciate y'all. You know, I haven't done a video like this yet, but I'm happy to start. If you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out. Let me know. I want to make more content like this relatively soon. If you have any suggestions, I will happily take those as well. But for the time being, this has been my dribble guide. This has been L8 Deadzie, and goodbye, YouTube.